Good evening, my name is Adam R. Wood, they call me the Zotmeister. Welcome once again to the Outer Worlds. I've been looking forward to this. This will be a very monumental episode. We'll finally get to Devil's Peak and speak to Hiram. And then we'll have a little side plot regarding, the fate of the entire planet. That sort of thing happens in this game. My thanks to Courtier, King Cool, Grim Agent, and MLG for being here.
So then I told him, oh, ha ha ha, that tickles. How odd. No, don't desist. I think I might like it. Further data collection is required for accurate assessment.
Alright. Prudence looking right dapper. Have the mind control ray. Oh dear. Alright, don't seem to have any rubbish. Right, so we have this to do real quick. Courtier, thank you so much for the sub. I greatly appreciate that. The support helps tremendously. Sub hype or something. Oh yeah, I have this great new emote. Apparently it's a running gag on Sireture's channel to use the phrase uncultured swine, so he made this emote. A cultured swine. Jolly show, good chap. Yeah. And that's a bit emote, so I have that permanently. Oh man, Pass the Pigs. I have the original release of Pass the Pigs, before it was called Pass the Pigs. The independent release of the game called Pigmania, whose art is hand-drawn on its outer box. Bought from a Spencer's Gifts when my age was a single digit. Yes, we have the XD pig. Speaking of games. Okay, so I have a little story to tell / confession to make. So yeah, this board right here. If you saw my original blind playthrough of this game, you may recall that I immediately recognized this as the board for the game of Y. Something that has existed in one form or another since the 60s, but this particular layout, this particular arrangement of the board, as it were, has been the exclusive property of Kadon Enterprises since about 1993. Although the Kadon board actually is an outer layer longer, so there's more triangles on the outside edge, but it's otherwise this shape, this general design. I was trying to dig up some information about how the Game of Y ended up in the Outer Worlds. And it turns out that one of the graphic designer slash modelers for the Outer Worlds is actually on The Geek. Board Game Geek, Video Game Geek. And they had images of the various board game props on a blog that they apparently happened to update on that site. So I went to that forum, and I asked about this. A few days later, the original image had disappeared, replaced with one with an edited board. They apparently had no idea that this existed already for another game that was very much not in the public domain, and will be patching out this texture with a new replacement in the very near future. And I personally am to blame for this. 100% my own personal fault. There was probably one person on the entire planet who would have both played the Game of Y and the Outer Worlds and would have recognized one inside the other. And that person was me, and I spoiled it for everybody. I am sorry. So get a good look at this board, because before long it's only going to exist in my VODs. It will be swapped out in the near future. Oh boy, oh boy. Incidentally, I did actually break down and buy a Kadon Enterprises Game of Y board. And I actually showed it on camera during my last Stumper Sunday stream. So you can check the VOD for that, assuming you're watching this recently enough to go see that. If that interests you. But yeah, I kind of bought it with the thought that it was, you know, the last straw was like, okay, it's a video game reference now, so okay, I'll finally break down and spend the money on the board. Yeah, joke's on me. My own fault. My own fault. I just had to open my mouth. So that's a thing. Alright, so, enough about that game. This game. So we do have that mission to complete at the C3 camp, but that is right outside of Devil's Peak, and then the only thing we have left to do is to go in there and tackle that. Fallbrook Landing Pad. Yeah, that's the one, alright. Okay, we definitely need Nyoka along. Almost doesn't matter who else I bring, but I think I'm in a Vicar Max sort of mood, so let's bring him along. Yeah. And we might be communicating with the iconoclasts in the near future. But that is going to be up on you. There is no way we are not going to be getting to the final step of the Monarch plotline tonight.
You seen Arthur today?
So with that in mind, yeah, there's going to be a very, very big decision for you lot to make. Alright, let's get the good armor on because we are going out of doors. This is like a dangerous planet and stuff. Oh, and thank you for the bit, Courtier. I do appreciate that. Okay. So we've got 2 ways to go in order to get to where we turn this mission in. We can either go through the caves again or up the hill. Either way works, really. Hey Slappy, good to see you, and thank you so much. That is exactly what I try to go for on my streams. I try to be as educational as I am entertaining, and to know that someone is learning from this means a lot to me. Thank you very much. I am also totally going the wrong way right now. That is a dead end. That is a broken bridge, so I'm gonna go elsewhere. And that's slow to reload. That's why we have companions.
Never anger a man of the claw.
What are you up against? Oh, man's pillar, alright. The mind control ray is a little good. Death by auto-tune. Yeah, I know, right? I need to figure out what I'm playing on my Tuesday and Wednesday streams once I'm done with these current games. I might end up having like a poll or something to decide that. I wish you could put a poll up on Discord. Is there a way to do that? People who actually, like, know Discord. It's like, I definitely have some sequels that I need to, I need to attend to. Oh, shit! Oh, that was stupid. As I definitely have... Yakuza Kiwami and Might and Magic 2 on the docket. It's things to do sooner rather than later. Hmm. Oh yeah, Discord, you can like react to comments with emotes. Yeah, I could see how easily how you could use that as a poll. Huh. I shall have to consider that. This cavern is expansive, but actually rather linear in its pathing. It's just easy to lose track of exactly where you are. Like this, for example. I need to go more like this. I think. Yep. Okay. Yow. There's one thing about Supernova. No fast travel. Aren't we like... Yeah, we passed it. Here it is. Is it possible to pin a comment in Discord? It's like I could go into the What Should Zot Play channel and pin it. Okay. Fantastic, then. Huh. Where's Bertold? Here he is.
Hey, Mannequin Slayer. Glad you made it in one piece. After all, not everyone's so lucky. Meet my corporate compliance crew. Then check out our weapons locker inside. I reckon you'll find something you like. Then we call it even between us.
So why are you guys guarding the station?
We were hired to do so. Why else? You did get the memo that we're mercenaries? Our client's a bit unorthodox, sure. He calls himself the broker, and prefers the glow of a terminal to flesh and blood interaction. But I can't fault his work ethic. Our current gig's to stop, by means of lethal force, any creatures exiting the caverns, including but not limited to marauders, iconoclasts, and agents operating for the MSI.
I'll call it even if you help me wipe out the marauders at the broadcast station.
You drive a hard bargain, Mannequin Slayer. It don't make much financial sense for C3 to expend resources on any killing beyond the contract stipulations. As the Marauders didn't enter from the caves, the requirements are murky. At the same time, we do want to keep our client alive until the payment's cleared.
You guys have to be the laziest crew in Halcyon. So let's do this.
We recommended the client safeguard himself, so I don't expect that the main doors will be accessible. Find a way to open them, and we'll clear any hostiles on the inside. I'd best radio ahead for Joy and Hudson to prep for us. They'll be at the station entrance, ready with our finest auto mechanicals to assist you. C3s, prepare to move out.
All right. And with that having been done, it is no longer stealing to take things from their camp. So, let's take everything in their camp. And I do mean everything. Prudence must be like, wait, I can't, you're letting me? It's like, really? For reals? Thank you. Right, that, assault rifle is actually unique. Thunder. Perfect for a young gun with a quick fuse. So, this not only has shock built in, but also has a built-in crit damage multiplier, apparently. Still not what I want out of heavy ammo, but that's a thing. I should check and see what the others have. Yeah, her specially modified light machine gun is still pretty damn good, and the Hammer of Olympus is almost certainly going to be better than any of these other things lying around here. And as for Vic, he does like long guns, but I think he prefers shotguns. And that's probably better than anything else here, yeah. Alright, do I need to... No modify slots. No, it's still too, expensive. Alright, oh, wow. Yeah, let's definitely repair that. You know, let's go ahead and just top all of these off here. Alright, and those are fine. Okie dokie. Let's get back up this hill.
There you are. Boss man said you'd be up this way. Quick regroup.
How many years do you think it took nature to shape the rock into a set of horns like that?
Did you really have to interrupt her to say that, Vic? Anyway.
Fox radioed ahead. Said I'm to follow you. Provide whatever support you need. If those bastards start shooting, we'll join in. I gotta warn you, my girl Sunshine here is a tad trigger happy. Of course, me and her will follow your lead. Just wanted you to know we wouldn't begrudge you of any violent inclinations.
Here comes the trigger-happy one, or you are. No need to wait on me after you.
You're A-okay, stranger. Hear that, Hudson? It's payday. What was that?
I saw somebody.
Take him down!
Here they come. Don't mess with us.
What?
Here we go.
Enforcement mode.
Oh, where are they?
System turning to plus.
I've had quite enough of you!
Nice.
Covering you!
I'm not gonna worry about looting anything until we're inside. Until all the enemies outside are dealt with, I suppose I should say. Oh, that's Max. Shit. What's he even shooting at? I might not have a target here.
Done, Captain!
Reminder, please pay your grave site.
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
Alright. I like this chair, just looking out of the tower opposite there. Alright, so please bear with me for a moment. Good job.
The fighting ain't gonna get easier on the inside. Best hurry before the Marauders regroup. We'll keep watch out here.
Well, we ain't responsible for the interior, so I guess you get to party without us. Good luck, stranger.
I'm actually glad to see they both survived. Spoiler alert, chances are the rest of the C3s are going to get wiped out indoors. Actually, the boss seems to typically survive, but nobody else, in my experience. Hmm. Not that I'm planning on going this way for anything, but still. Principle of the matter. Alright. I do think that was it. He says, and then immediately sees an actual, like, container in front of him. Bit cartridges nearby. Oh, canid tail. Okey-doke. Yeah, that one's sealed, but we can go in through here.
realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Can't? We'll see about that.
Huh? You hiding?
Whew. Alright, anything else?
Here's the elevator, but it ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
So is that this room complete? Looks it. Let's check the map. Okay. Straightforward enough, right? Nice. Devil's Peak Environmental Controls keycard. Barb, the new environmental controls terminal is now installed and running upstairs. Congratulations! You messaged corporate about it. You get to manage it. Pardon me just a moment. Alright. Consider this your official notice to hide its access key card deep in the bottom of a drawer somewhere, preferably within the archives or in one of the station's other popular sections. Because I sure as hell will not allow our station's efficiency scores to plummet due to a pointless safety feature. Don't even think about testing the system out. The emergency sirens will make your ears bleed, and if you accidentally trigger the fire suppression system, it can suck the air from the room faster than the station's last performance review. Val. Okay. Ah. What was... Oh, right. Okay. And if we, Right, so back here is an elevator, but it's sealed at the moment. We'll have to have a little chat with Hiram over the intercom to get him to open that. Okay, I know we got some junk here. Okay. mods we've got more than 3 of. And no toss ball cards. Sell all the junk. Okay, oh, not that way. Yeah, this way. Okay. It's the only way forward.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Base to intercom.
In a moment. I'm seeing if you've got loot hidden. Pardon? Ooh, look at these. I could hack that, but there's no need. We'll have a little chat with Hiram here, but before I do, let's just quickly throw these on real fast.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, she hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast.
I need to see the information broker about...
No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and livelihood at this very moment. The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the Broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that. Aside from you.
Speaking of, I'm working with Bertold. C3's ready to fight.
Oh, now they'll take action. It's about time, I tell you. I'm up to my neck in Marauders in here, which, by the by, they were supposed to prevent. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again.
How many Marauders broke into the station?
Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment, I'll be out of a job, permanently.
What's in it for me?
Aside from the bits I'll be paying you, you said you wanted something from me. Something information-related. I'll give it to you, in person, once I'm safe.
Let's see what I can do.
Great work.
Over here. And you. Alright. Well, little storage room. Works for me. Wait, did I just... No, I guess not. Okay. I thought I saw an ammo box on the floor.
Hey, elevators to your right.
Get the battle armor back on while we're waiting for the elevator. Plus... Gotta do it for Grim Agent. Where is it? Here we go. Saltuna.
I'll keep quiet.
Alright. Second floor of 3. There's not much on the third floor apart from just talking to Hiram, but... Yeah... This is the room of death we're about to enter, but thankfully C3 will be entering in as well.
Light 'em on fire, ladies and gents!
This will be a hell of a fight. I'm gonna worry about looting later.
Waste of company ammo.
Where'd that guy go?
Time to collect a fine bill.
Stay down, miss.
Alright.
What was that?
Incoming.
Wow! Nice! Excuse me while I go back and do some looting now.
Death and taxes are coming for you. Them are my pistols, see?
I love how they name all their weapons.
Old laws, but I love my job. Ain't nothing like getting paid to kill.
Enforcing compliance is just busy work. Damn it.
I love how they all have different attitudes regarding it. Alright. This leads back down. Let's do that real quick. Yoink. I was actually actively trying to keep them alive this time. And it worked. Alright, and in here. This is where they came in. Dissident hunter. Grab that from the back of the case. And terminal. Inclement weather warning. Revere. Excuse me. Regional severe alert. Next 72 hours, chance of thunderstorms and severe thunderstorms, including lightning strikes, forecast across the mountain region. From V. Ramsey to I. Broker. Information broker. As I stated in my prior 4 messages, there is simply no cause for alarm. I swear to you, Hiram, the situation is under control. What you call a near emergency, I would consider a non-event. Yes, a high-energy transmission was used for too lengthy a period of time. And yes, the generators cannot safely support that activity. Yes, and yes, they could have been damaged under load. But the point remains, nothing happened. We caught the issue in time. The engineers involved were reprimanded. I swear on my mama's grave it will not happen again. Now please, cease contacting me for daily updates on the status of the generators. Thank you, Val. From I am a voyeur to J. Ramsey, subject toilets. What in the black hole were you thinking, Val? At some point, space efficiency becomes the inverse to time efficiency, and one negates the other. What I mean is, how am I to do my morning business when the toilets are directly facing the open showers? You might like watching fellows scrub their jigglies while you take a steaming dump, but I don't. That line, though. Sincerely, thanks for the peep show. Not really. That was sarcasm. Theodore. From J. Ramsey to I am a voyeur regarding the toilets. On the contrary, Theo, not only is it a spatially efficient design, but it also encourages simultaneous users to hurry their business. Don't look, or speed it up and move on. After all, the faster you're back to your station, the happier we all will be. Warmest regards, Val. Postscript, you take too many bathroom breaks and you know it. No comment. I need just like 30 seconds. I will be right back. Had to wipe my eye. Ugh. Oh, idle camera. Seems legit. Alright. Let's go actually talk to Hiram now. I think we actually kept them all alive. Or... let's see, I didn't see any other, is it just the I think it's... Huh. Alright then. Let's put the indoor armor back on, since we are safe in that regard again.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on in.
There he is, Hiram Blythe.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. And you got me my money's worth out of the C3s. I ought to have simply dealt with you in the first place.
I didn't do it out of the goodness of my heart, if you get my drift.
Yes, I believe I do. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But, I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
You know why I'm here. Can we continue our conversation from the intercom now?
If you insist. As I was telling you before, I am the premier broker for all of Monarch. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
You said that in a way that was almost believable.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. I was delayed by MSI and the Iconoclasts. The idiots were scrambling all transmissions to override each other's broadcasts. But as you've shut them down, I'm back in business. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
Phineas doesn't trust many people. How'd he hook up with you?
You make it sound so scandalous. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history.
Now you hold on. I do not physically go between anyone but that of my choose. Oh, apologies. You meant, right. Yes, I braved the wilderness, so you don't have to.
Precisely. I really ought to give you a raise.
Alright, I bet I have a whole new checklist of crap to do before it works, right? No, it'll be simple.
It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here.
Except it needs 3 keys before it'll activate. I have to go find them, right? No. Got it.
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
Not marked as stealing, yoink. After all, he doesn't need this anymore. Look at that! Purple berry lunch hiding behind the terminal. Really, though? Well, we have a solution for that.
Nicely done.
Lock-picking helmet. Authorized broadcasters select recorded transmissions for a listing of all scheduled incoming and outgoing broadcasts. To go live, please ask your producer to initiate broadcasting. Do not begin broadcasting without the supervision of a senior producer. Thank you, Val. And now, a message from our sponsors. Tired of itchy acid burns? Try Auntie Cleo's artisanal Borst-scented moisturizing cream. Alright. Whatever was sitting there to be sent out, it's been sent out. Authorized broadcaster, don't even try to pretend you're unaware that all broadcasting is currently locked down. Please return to milling about the break room and lamenting that internship and corporate arbitration you never finished. Or to override the lock on recording, simply enter your admin username and password in the command line. Oh, you can't? Maybe you should have been nicer to Val. Personal files for Hiram Blythe. Memorandum titled Clear Blue Skies. Mood optimistic. Dare I say the future is looking bright. Indeed, I can run a full gamut of operations without ever leaving the sanctuary of the broadcast room. Sunjar and Graham are living up to their promises and have not interfered with initial broadcasts. The deal is holding, and I believe I can make a life here. H. Memorandum titled Sneaky Sneaky. Mood sneaky. Had a near miss the other day. Nearly ended up with the board on my trail. We will mark that trial firmly in the failure category. One must experiment, however, to ascertain the best methods. I have found, thus far, that the most reliable method for evading detection within the limited frequency of Monarch's off-world transmissions involves duplicating regular news broadcasts on several unused frequencies. My information-gathering associates know to filter out the sounds in the vocal range, in turn isolating the embedded data. And the board's authorities are none the wiser. Playing hazard has never been so thrilling, nor high stakes. Memorandum titled Should Have Known. Mood furious. Pox it all, those imbecilic children. In their hatred of each other, Sanjar and Graham have oversaturated my key bands. They'll take down each other all right, and me right alongside them. I should have never invited them to play. But what to do about it now? What to do indeed. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Yoink. I got everything up there. Alright. Cutscene alert. Alright, so this is a little isolated section up at the top of the tower. Let me quickly loot it all while we're here. Certainly do not expect to be coming back to it. Yeah, I would not recommend trying to jump over that railing. Although there is a ladder here. And you could drop down from there to go back to the points further below. Alright, here we go. Let the fireworks begin. Oh, we still have the... There we go.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower.
Don't make me come back in there.
There's no need to assert your dominance. I doubt I could make you do anything you don't wish to. Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior, but I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain. What in the void-blasted hell is that?
Blah-de-blah-de-blah!
Black holes. Did you see that?
The big ball of fire? No, totally missed it. Whose ship was that?
Looked like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect saved me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there?
Oh, it's a reunion. Group hug!
Not without a physical contact waiver. The good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
Surely we can talk this over.
I see you learned nothing while dealing with these buffoons. use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
All right, so we now have ourselves some new objectives. First off, I'm going to have a bit of caffeine. Alright, that did remove some fatigue, so that's good. Okay, so see where the ship lands. They could still stick the landing. 0 out of 10 from the Monarch Judge. I love that. Insert Ziki Boogie Doog here. Alright, reach the ship and take the targeting module from its central terminal. So the main quest, Radio Free Monarch, yeah, all we have to do is go back to Phineas now, and we can advance that, and he'll send us on to the next step. We don't have to do anything more on Monarch, but yeah, of course we're going to. So now we get to decide the fate of the planet. Like I said, just a side mission. Once we get that targeting module, you guys in chat, you lot, are going to have a very, very big decision to make. And it will be in multiple parts. Well, we're going to have a lot of options, let's put it that way. But first things first, there is actually one more thing we need to do. Despite what we just said about Hiram, guess what? Nyoka needs some info from him. It would suck if a plane randomly came out of the sky and crashed into us. It would suck if a large generic wad of cash would appear in front of me I could do anything I wanted with. Huh? 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 Oh dear.
So much for peace and quiet. Would it kill the universe to cut me some slack?
Nyoka needs a favor.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
She's your friend and she's in need. You're the only one who can help.
Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you?
That was the plan.
I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to ship, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes round one of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck. Give my regards to Phineas.
Will do. Okay, so I told you we'd have reason to go back to Terra 2 and Edgewater eventually. Yeah, that just happened. Rebecca and Anders were hired to clear an infestation out of an expansion site for Edgewater that Spacer's Choice abandoned in Emerald Vale. Head there with Nyoka and see if they're still alive. So yeah, we will have reason to go back to town. Okay. Almost level 25. Almost. Ugh. Okay. There it goes. Sniper afraid of heights. People are genius. Alright, so... that crash site is over in the west. Let me actually set that as active. Yeah, you can see. So basically, from the Cascadia landing pad, we go north in order to get there. Or we could head to, yeah, where the publication site is, and out from there. Yeah, I said we'd have reason to head in that direction eventually, and, well, yeah, that would be now. From here we may as well fast travel back to the ship. Move it to Cascadia and head north. And it will be very combat-laden, to be certain. We haven't leveled up yet. Soon, but not yet.
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. I... Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
Sorry. That's gonna have to wait a little bit. Need you to move the ship.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Alright, now you can have your privacy. You know what? Let's take a nap.
Status report. 13 jobs scheduled for area maintenance.
Nah, she deserves a full 8. Let's... Alright. Wakes up thirsty, though. Pristine. Yeah, we've got more caffeine than sugary drink at the moment. Alright. Down a Gigantor. Let's get our outdoor armor on. Boy howdy. Okay. Definitely need to deal with the food addiction. I can't believe it's not borscht. You also won't believe it's not vegan. Yeah. This away.
This town must have looked mighty grand when it was built.
This is what you get when a corporation takes a dump and walks off without cleaning it up.
Alright.
Here we go. Everyone all right?
Like a wrapped him up.
May you find peace in death.
To shreds, you say?
Don't mess with us.
This area is suicide. If you got a way around it, ain't no shame in taking it.
Toss ball card! You say suicide, I say badass.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Just kind of pop that mantis killer right up off the ground.
Covering you! Ah! Down they go!
Come on, Vic. Hold it together.
Everyone all right?
Alright, nice.
Oh good, a fight.
How did I not see you coming? How did I walk right into you?
To shreds, you say?
Your life was merely an illusion anyway. That's the last of them.
Holy crap. What this gun does with a fully charged shot is impressive. been a very busy boy. Alright, so the path does branch off here, and we do need to go the other way. But I figure while we're in the area, I'll show off the upper route, as it were. As you can see, there are, like, buildings down at the coastline there. A couple things there, so there are points of interest. Although, I think that's... yeah, we have to take a turn later on to actually go down much of that. Any loot I missed coming up this way? Shit, yes. Pardon. And we'll take that. Yeah. Yeah, if you come here before the ship crashes, it's just this odd, mysterious little dead end, and doesn't seem to be much reason to come here. And then later on, it's like, oh, huh, that explains a bit. Yeah, get in the... there we go. This is, what, 4 of them? Nothing turns the tide of battle faster than a traitor! Hey, you cover me while I reload.
I'll take your confession now.
And we're alive.
Oh, lovely. So there's 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay. Other victims. Huh. Leveled up on an area discovery. That's interesting. After all, we do get double the experience for discovering areas. One of Nyoka's perks there. Alright. Oh, and they got perk points. Let's see. Nyoka's tier 5 unique. When she's in the party, you deal increased sneak attack damage. Done. Done deal. And for Vicar Max's, well, Max is in your party, you and your companions deal bonus damage with science weapons. I will take that. But if you want to see his tier 5, if an enemy hits you, dropping you to low health, Max will taunt nearby enemies to focus their attacks on him instead. This only works if Max is already fighting, still conscious and able to be attacked by the enemy. Yeah, I usually want it the other way around. Alright. As advertised, I definitely want to get science up to 100, and I want to do that as quickly as possible. So we are going to put that in there right now. I am going to need to start also investing rather heavily in lockpick too. But I want to get science up to 100 first. I mean, look at that tinkering cost reduction. We need that. Once we have that in place, then we will be much, much better off. And then I'm going to start investing very heavily in lockpick. do a little bit of circling around here. Here's the gunship.
Doubt there's anyone or anything alive in there to cause you any grief. Seems like I'd be more effective out here, watching for threats.
Yeah, me too. You have fun, Captain.
About that, you idiots are looking the wrong way. That was pretty cool.
Hit!
Did not intend to come out here to go hunting, but I mean, look at that. Oh shit.
To shred? May you find peace in death!
Okay. Oh fuck.
Go! Go!
As he skids to his death right beside me.
I never had any doubt. Fight like that still gets the blood pumping though.
And here we have a Raptidon Stalker somehow stuck in the ground. Weird. I think we fixed that. Thought for a moment that would be a bunch of nanners, but no. I did get a little distracted from the objective, but I mean, loot.
Here we go! Nice one! Don't mess with us!
This gun is nice! How was I not using this on earlier playthroughs? What exactly is this firearm anyway? It is a plasma rifle. Its charge shot is insanely good. Well, we got to the loot part. see one way out in the distance there, but... Actually, there's two, but I don't care about them. And that one's dead. Let's do what we actually came out here to do. Oh, nice. The black helmets are so good. Level 21, armor 53. No discernible aptitude. Ship ID, Cantankerous Canid. UDL RQL Mark IV gunship. Critics agree that terminals built by Enter Company name here are the best terminals. Error. Captain Matsu's captain's key is active, but his life signs are no longer detected on the bridge. Logging flight hours while not present for duty is a violation of UDL policy. Let's take his command key out here. Error. Captain Matsu's keycard has been removed. The current time is error, which indicates that the captain's shift is still ongoing. Failure to report to duty is a violation of UDL policy. Diagnostics report. Main terminal online. Bridge controls offline. Engines technically functional. Hull integrity, don't ask. This Mark IV gunship's operational parameters have exceeded acceptable damage ranges. The cost of any repairs necessary at your nearest UDL repair facility will be averaged amongst the crew. Logs. Error. Unable to access central log storage. Only the most recent entries in Captain Matsu's logs are available. Captain's log, November 12th, 2354. CE saying something about spare regulator bypass something something. Chikusho. I'm turning this thing toward the groundbreaker, firing up the engines and retiring. Better to be arrested than lose power and drift out into space. I just hope this old bird can handle one last trip. I actually looked up, because oddly enough I didn't remember. I actually did look up what Chikusho meant, but I have unfortunately... it has slipped my mind. Google Translate basically says, damn it. Fun fact: the kanji that make up that term could be read as raw livestock. With an extra character added to the end. Actually meaning road. It ends up equating to devildom. Anyway. How in this law-forsaken colony is it so impossible to requisition parts? My chief engineer is barking at me to order yet another damn thing, and I can't even get a response from corporate. And then January 3rd. Another day, another ship lands on Tura 1, and we can't shoot him down. That makes... I've lost count. What's the point of being out here if we can't get some backup? Start Mayday message playback.
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Couldn't resist the Moonanite reference there. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I hope you can see this because I'm doing it as hard as I can. There's not much in here. There it is. Nope. There we are. Cantankerous Canid targeting module. And with this in our possession, we have ourselves a big old decision to make. And by we, I mean all of you.
I bet you'll like Rebecca. What's up? What's with the pleasantries? You want to know something? Just ask.
You were around when the corporations left Monarch, right?
Yeah. At first, we all thought it was about damn time. I don't know if you've noticed, but Monarch ain't exactly easy on the spirit. Then it got uglier than a rat eating a sour grape.
From what I've seen of the corporations, I'm guessing it wasn't a clean exit.
In fairness, there wasn't a right answer. There wasn't a protocol for get the hell off this planet. Or if there was, nobody followed it. Everything that could have gone wrong did. Townships were promised evac shuttles that never came. Overland routes were attacked by marauders and wildlife. Supplies went missing, our equipment started corroding on account of the sulfur in the air. It was a fine mess.
Terra 2 isn't doing much better.
They don't go to sleep at night with a morbid understanding that a rapt might eat them while they sleep. Maybe their bosses don't have the right priorities. Maybe someone out there is a bit too focused on the bottom line, but at least they have food delivered to them.
You think Halcyon just needs a change of leadership?
I'm not sure we need anything, Cap. We've had our growing pains, to be sure, but here we are. Still alive, still fighting. Long as nobody goes around trying to dismantle the whole thing, I think we'll be fine. Progress requires structure. Nobody's gonna build a sewer pipe or a road if they don't got a boss telling them to. The bureaucracy's necessary.
Huh. People were perfectly comfortable shitting in holes before we had sewers.
Yeah, well, I ain't. No matter how many times I find a spot in the woods to do my business, I still miss toilets.
Where's the vicar?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
Alright. Oh, I guess not. Alright. Okay, so... So here's the circumstance. Optional, give the module to Sanjar. Go to Stellar Bay and give Sanjar Nandi the module to ally with MSI. Optional, give the module to Graham. Go to Amber Heights and give Graham Bryant the module to ally with the Iconoclasts. Now, those are two options. But here's the thing. We actually have more options than that. What was the name of that mission again? It's called Sucker Bait. Yeah, there it is. While investigating an abandoned pirate outpost, you found damning evidence against Graham that has caused Zora to question her loyalty to him. So, we actually have, as a result of that, further options not being shown here. We get to think outside the box. So here's the circumstance. We have, in our inventory here, this targeting module. This targeting module controls the gunship's weapons system. Without it, the ship is effectively useless in combat. So much power in something so small. So, we have mission options available right now, saying that we can give it to Sanjar, or we could give it to Graham. And those are options. However, there's a third and a fourth option available to us. We can, the next time we go to Amber Heights, if we were to go there, after perhaps briefly talking with Sanjar but not giving him the module, we can plant the seeds for attempting to broker peace. We can go to Amber Heights and confront Graham with Zora over the information from the Sucker Bait mission. She did say that she needed some time to think about it. Well, she's thought about it. And if we're willing to back her up, she's willing to go in there and do something about it. We can fight with her, kill Graham, let her take over the Iconoclasts. And with that having been done, two additional options open up. A, we could give the module to her. Or we can get her and Sanjar to try to broker a peace agreement between MSI and the Iconoclasts. Something that cannot be done if Graham is alive. So we actually have four options here. We can give the module to Sanjar. Be aware this will result in us fighting against the Iconoclasts. We will actually have to go out into a battle and kill Graham and Zora and a number of other Iconoclasts. It's going to happen. We will have that fight. I am assuming that if we give the module to Graham, which I've never actually done, but I'm assuming that if we do, we are then going to similarly have to fight against MSI. I'm sure we're going to have lots of soldiers. Sanjar himself may or may not be there. I have no idea. But I'm assuming we would very much have to fight against MSI if we do that. We could have Zora take over the Iconoclasts and then give her the module. I don't know what the result of that would be, but I am again assuming this would involve fighting against MSI. Lastly, we can give the module to nobody. We simply hold on to it ourselves, and then what we would have to do is help Zora kill Graham, and then try to organize peace between the two camps. That is possible. Now, I have a number of things that I still want to do while I'm in this area of the map, as I pointed out before. Also, I need to use the bathroom, big time. So, I am going to set up a poll, and I'm going to give it a very long fuse. The longest I can give it is 10 minutes. And this being a very significant poll, I am going to be multiplying the additional votes requirements by 5. Making it a lot more expensive for one person to spam something here. Give module 2 Sanjar fight icons. Graham fight MSI. Zora kill Graham. And none. Kill Graham. Peace. You've got 10 minutes. Your poll starts now. Take your time, think long and hard about it, and it will not be decided by plurality. There will be a runoff if necessary. At this moment in time, I'm going to step away and I'm going to use the bathroom. I will be back in a bit. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm back. I am sorry for the wait. We do still have a couple minutes left on the poll. I will spend that couple minutes trying to make a little progress here. Straight across the other end of the sulfur pits is a building. So let's head in that direction, although maybe not straight across. Yeah, you can see them out there. Anything tucked away up in... Nope. Yeah, we actually got a little something hiding down in here. Chimera. We have ourselves a named opponent. It tastes like Sisty Pig.
I've had quite enough of you!
Don't mess with us.
Nice. I saw another tossball card. Oh, we're over encumbered. Hero's Last Stand discovered. That is a lot of ammo. And this is a lot of already dead raps. Somebody was busy. But, they didn't quite make it all the way. Pick up Raptidont. Blade Mark II. Big damn hero. The revolvers. It's an interesting little Easter egg there. Alright, so I note that the poll has concluded. The results are in. And it was actually unanimous. We will be keeping the targeting module. We will be killing Graham, and we will be attempting to broker peace between MSI and the Iconoclasts. Fine by me. It's what I probably would have done if left to my own designs, even though there are some of the other options there I have not seen before. And this one I have, but that's okay. That is quite alright. Raptidont. The perfect tool to teach bad Raptidons some manners. Modified to burn down the local fauna, the Raptidont uses energy ammo to fire rapid plasma at the enemy. What kind of weapon even is this? Oh, it's like a heavy machine gun. But it uses plasma ammo. Energy cartridges. Interesting. Okay, well, obviously, not the way to go here. Grr. We're very close to a vending machine, but I'm not sure I want to walk all the way there. Actually, it would probably be fine if we boost our body attributes for a bit. Almost. Maybe if we eat something and not have the, or stand beans. The food addiction penalty. No, we do actually have to break something down. How about this plasma launcher? Am I going the right way? Kind of. I just have to follow this wall here a bit better. Alright. How exactly do I want to go about this? That is a mega Mantiqueen out in the distance. Oh man, there's so many of them. You know what? I bet you're too far away to get the attention of.
Never anger a man of the claw. Not gonna mess with us.
Alright. That segment went well. That sawed-off shotgun Mark II we just picked up. It's level 18? Oh, 23. Alright, never mind. This flamethrower. Let's break that down. And let's take another sugary drink. Lemon slap. Okay, hopefully we don't get the attention of the ones up on the hill. Point blank.
To shred? Your life was merely an illusion anyway.
Whew. Shit got real. the other, Here we go. How about you? Alright, got some toss ball cards to remove from junk. Alright, there we go. Made it. And while we are here, yeah, it's nice that there's one out here in the middle of nowhere for us, right? As much as I like the Thunder, we're gonna sell it. Because I don't see myself using it here. Raptidont does not impress me. In the armor listing, most of this we don't need. That, however, is pretty much a top-tier helmet. Got lots of alcohol and smokes to sell. And even a chunk of Adrena time is built up here. No, that one's juice, that's sugary drink. Okay, that's fine. Sell this mod here, and this one here. Give a weapon N-raise. All this junk that we could sell, but I'm actually going to do something a little weird. These Raptidon hides and these Manticarapuses, I'm actually going to hold on to those for a reason that won't be explained until later. We're going to leave them in there for now. Alright. Nyoka, your helmet already is... Alright, excellent. Vic. 56. Oh, probably because you're getting a bonus on it. 60. Yeah, there we go. And we can... Actually, let me hold on to that in case it's better for somebody who's still on the ship. I'll check the others later. And we're actually not done. There's another vending machine here. Although I don't think this has anything we would want to buy, and we've just sold all the stuff we're selling. Come on, game. Why are you lagging so much all of a sudden? Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff back in here, as you can see. 500 bits.
Nicely done.
You know, I suppose I should check the vending machines for sugary drinks. Yeah, there's a lot back here. Ooh, you're a 150. Ah, shit. Alright, I'm gonna have to add you to the list. Toss ball card. Wish I could add waypoints to the maps. I'm pretty sure I can remember this spot. Yeah, the building's east of Hero's Last Stand. Yeah, this only has guns, ammo, heals, a few mods. A tin of salt tuna. Dehydrated water tablets. Plain and pure water. Yeah, it's not cheap here, but I'll take a few. That's a lot of bits! Oh, they weren't alone. Uh-oh.
Here we go! Don't mess with us! Here we go!
How'd that miss? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Looks like some fun happened up here at some point. Alright, so yeah, there's another point of interest down in there. Can take this opportunity to scope it out. This, of course, we've been to, the printing press. Got some fallen iconoclasts out this way.
We'll be over quickly. Sure, Cap! Signs on us today.
Looks like I might want to do a field repair on the mind control ray. "12 parts, huh? Let's go ahead and do it. I saw a tossball card in there. medium-sized soldiers in the back corner here. And some loot. That is a lot of ammunition. Wow. How much ammo do we even have at this point? Thousands. Alright. To the right of the obstruction we're looking at. Yeah, down this way. Check it out. Marauders. Remember Marauders? Yeah, there's still a thing.
Here we go. Don't mess with us. Nice hit.
Best way of dealing with a scrap mechanical.
Here we go. Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
If ammo had weight, I'd be selling some.
That's the last of them.
Alright. Fantastic. I have just been informed that my controller batteries are low. And Sanity knows I don't want to take any chances. You know how long it's been since I've saved? I will be right back. Mic check? Mic check. Okay, good. Roger, Roger. Beep beep. What's up, Buck? Oh, fuck. I was thinking one thing and did another. Holy fuck, come on. What the? No, 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 no! Holy shit. What the hell did I just do to myself?
Everyone all right? Looks like a marauder's den.
Yeah, the question is, how many marauders are left? It's nice riverside property. Uh-oh. We are not alone. Oh, shit. Okay.
I'll take your confession now.
The way you pop them up, Vic, is great. Wait, more of them? Who's hitting me? Oh, fuck! Alright, no, you're good, Vic. You're good. Oh. Oh my word. Oh my fucking word. All right. Whew. And there's a separate platform out that way. Someone named. Marauders cleaned this place up pretty well. Oh, here we go. Upstairs. I beg your pardon. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Why are we sliding down this stairwell? Obsidian! Yeah, we did. It's empty. There might be another way up top, though. Or not. Why are we sliding up this stairwell? What the fuck? I got on the middle landing somehow. Ooh. Hold on. Apparently, if we move sideways and spam jump, it'll work. That was weird. Safe wasn't even locked. Oh, another advanced helmet. Strong. Strong stuff. Nope. Those are just props. Alright, well, that happened. Oh, missed one. Okay, so where's the view of that other... Yeah... Heavy assault unit that wears heavy armor uses heavy weapons. Cheated on their career aptitude test.
Hit him with something else.
Never anger a man of the claw.
They'll never see us.
All right. Floating ash pile. Excellent. I do believe that we are done with this excursion. We're going to have to come back for that. And I seem to recall there being some 150 level locks that were around in Cascadia as well. Let us be not over encumbered. I shall break down some things here. How about the armor department? Reconstructed heavy power armor. This has a weight of 15. What the hell? Oh, these are some unique items here. Marauder Survivalist helmet and armor. Huh. Plasma armor rating 10. Chronofield aggregator, Nightingale step. Armor ignored by stealth attacks. Reduced 10%. Huh. I don't know. Doesn't sound like enough, you know what I mean? Alright, want to hold on to those. Why are those in two separate slots? And I know I'm not going to need more than 10, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, and with that having been established, we can just fast travel back to the ship, and boy howdy, have we been in need of that for some time now. Oh, that was a lot accomplished. That was quite a long haul to go without any saving. Okay, so, brokering peace. I do know how to do this. I have done it before, and I didn't screw it up previously. All the same, I do want to be careful about this. I do want to make sure I do it step by step.
My vacuum tubes require evacuating. No, not those. The ones in port. Yes, there. Thank you. And while you're at it, could you switch my binaries to that? Exactly. I haven't felt this clean and efficient since Captain Hawthorne installed my subalternate auxiliary backup processor.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was pretty damn scared there. Oh yeah, and check this out. Mounted Mantiqueen head. What better to establish dominance over an alien ecosystem than by hunting its most dangerous predator and mounting its head on your wall? Alright, let's take a nap here. Okay, so I think Ellie has a special helmet on. Yeah, the Sugar Ops helmet. Felix already has a black helmet on. Parvati's got a special helmet on herself. Yeah, Iconoclast Apostle helmet there. No, I guess we're good then. Perks for those who weren't with us. Sam gets one now. Take reduced damage from N-ray sources. His ability always stuns automechanicals. Boost intimidate while he's in the party. Reduced N-rays. I'll take that one. Parvati, you're tier 5. When she kills an enemy, you get some of your TTD back. She performs her ability, you get some of your TTD back. Chance of looting mods increased when she's in the party. Parvati's special is melee. So with that in mind, let's make her heavy-handed. Felix, your special is a drop kick. Bonus damage to corporate enemies. Increased damage to anyone who has a negative reputation with you, which is higher than their positive reputation. We have been so well liked. That's not true for anybody right now, except for the Borst Factory. Which, I mean, I don't think we have any reason to go back in there for anything. So yeah, I think we're just going to make you heavy-handed as well. Ellie, what's your tier 5? Shots from her ability ricocheted with second nearby and... Oh, I love it. Magic bullets, let's take it. Let's take that. Okay. We are thirsty. Have our morning energy drink here. And,
What a mess! What a mess!
let us re-land back at Stellar
We're now
Bay.
in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Okay, let's get the indoor outfit on here. I am going to want to have my persuasion up as high as possible for this. 99. Do any companions have persuade? I'm pretty sure at least one does. Yes. Felix has bonus support persuade. So Felix, you're gonna be with us on this. Oh, and Parvati has the persuade stat up there. Okay. So Felix and Parvati, you are with us.
Remember that you are not insured.
Yes, thank you, Ada. Thank you. Thank you very much. Parvati and Felix. War of Words fizzles. Monarch Stellar Industries bluster dies with a whimper. That's an us perk. And it is already being factored in. To wit, it's this perk here, Armor Master. Any skill bonuses from armor you wear are doubled. We are currently getting +5 dialogue skills from the Raptidon Handler's armor, and +7 persuade specifically from a nice hat. If we go to the skills listing here under persuade, we have an effective persuade of 132. 5 coming from the stat boost of the caffeine drink, 14 doubled from 7 from a nice hat, and 10 doubled from 5 from the Raptidon Handler's armor. That thing applies to all 3 of these. In addition to that, with Felix in the party, we are getting a percentage of his persuade stat, and with Parvati on the party, we're getting a percentage of hers. So we're getting 17 from Felix and 16 from Parvati, plus Felix has bonus support persuade, giving us an extra 10 when he's around. That takes our initial 60 and more than doubles it. That is a lot of persuade. Mind you, we could still stand to have some more. There is at least one line in the game that I am aware of that requires a persuade of 150, and I do want to get to that before it is needed, but lockpick is going to be a bit more of a priority. We have got to get that to 150 and soon. Although I might not need to actually bump that up to more than 80 or 90, because I happen to know a little something that's coming up that will help us tremendously in that regard. And yeah, we are otherwise looking pretty decent here, and if we got rid of the food addiction, that would be some of these things. Some of these negatives reduced. Not that that's a major issue right now. But I suppose little reason not to. Yeah, the meat is so heavy, we should actually be munching on that. Okay, so how to broker peace. We actually talked to Sanjar first. We've got the module. Do not give it to him. You don't have to. It's a... I freaking hate this word. Specific option.
So game last night. Huh? I still can't believe Armstrong ran the field from the Tuesday zone.
Yeah. Armstrong's really something. Nearly took a fellow's head clean off with a tossball stick.
Yeah, well, he's a hacker. That's what they do.
Oh, you've said that before.
Don't show a shred of mercy in a Darlings game. Bates got tossed out of the game for excessive sportsmanlike conduct in the third half. Serves him right.
Yeah. Felix, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what a Tuesday zone is. I don't know my tenders from my forwards. Thing is, I just don't understand tossball.
Hey, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I'll teach you all there is to know.
Great. That's just, well, can't wait.
I want to bring Felix back in, talk to his girlfriend here.
Hey there, Felix. What can I do for you?
Oh, that's all he says.
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Okay, so I was waiting for Felix to actually approach me on the ship with this mission, and I don't know why he didn't, but he's sharing it with us now. This is something I'm going to want to do soon. This is going to send us to Scylla once again. That's cute, Felix. What's her name?
You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
This is obviously important to you. Let's go.
Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Thank me later. Alright, so there's Felix's personal mission enabled, but we will deal with that after we deal with current business at hand. There it is. We talk to him. We ask about peace. We do not hand him the module.
If the iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the iconoclasts.
Yeah, you do not want to pick that. Could you agree to a truce with the iconoclasts?
They're all mad. And what's more, they left us. I don't see any way for us to work together.
I've read your reviews, Sanjar. You can't do this alone.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
You're good with details, but you could use someone who sees the big picture.
You too?
She has a point, sir, and it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
What about Graham's second-in-command, Zora?
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo. I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first.
Told you that would be useful! So yes, here's the secret third option, as it were. You can actually broker peace between them. Actually, I already found it on a terminal in Cascadia.
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified. I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
All right, very well.
What was your family like, Felix? Did you ever know him?
I never knew him. I was a stowaway. That's what they call orphans who grow up in the back bays.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I must have been lonesome.
Come on, Parvati, who you talking to? Imagine me pining after my family. Yeah, I suppose I was a touch lonesome. But hey, look at me now. I made it. I got a ship and everything.
South? That's the way we want to go. Yeah, I mean, she was due for a promotion with Rizzo's. Before the shit hit the fan, as Nyoka phrased it. So we do have to make our way back to Amber Heights.
Ooh. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments to Karen.
Alright. I see 4. The 4th one didn't even notice. Still haven't noticed. Come on, back this way. Where's the other one? Oh, behind a wall. About that. No. Huh. MSI troopers. What are they doing? Well, the Marauders ain't messing with them. Oh, we are over encumbered. Oh, damn, did I not... I needed to visit a vending machine in town. Whoopsie. Oh, well, that one bit of armor is just stupid heavy. Yeah, that gives us some leeway. And of course we can sell things once we get to Amber Heights, which I really want to do before these MSI soldiers go wherever it is they're going. That concerns me slightly. Not gonna lie. So to that end... Sugary drink, and where's the speedy item? Here we are. Meow. And I think we can take the shortcut. Lots of MSI troopers out and about. Guess they're just patrolling for iconoclasts. You'd think they'd be fighting marauders while they're among them, but I guess not. Food addiction, that's fine. More Raptidon meat, please. I'll just break down that flamethrower. Alright. I'll visit the quartermaster first, and, oops, hold on. There we go. Sell off what we don't need. Oops.
Hey, thanks again for helping out. What can I do you for?
Alright. We have lots to sell here. Boy, howdy do we ever. Huh. Actually, you know what? Before I go any further in this, I think it's been a while since I've checked your weaponry. Level 20 grenade launcher, level 20 tossball stick. You've got science weapons on. Fun. I'm going to be giving her the prismatic hammer in a bit, I think, but I'll have to level it up first. Alright. Doesn't matter which I sell it to. these. I'm gonna hold on to these two for a very specific reason. Think of it as planning ahead. Okay, and we can sell all these. We have over 22,000 bits.
The infamous Amber Heights.
Everybody here looks wore out. Is it just me?
This is Felix's first time here. Zora is right here waiting for us if we were to go in and talk to Graham.
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
I'm with you there. Let's go talk to him.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Zora. Time to save Monarch.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
I'm sorry, Graham, but Zora's taking over.
What? Zora?
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the Eternal Path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
I don't think the option here actually matters. I do. She's got the best interests of the Iconoclasts at heart.
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
Those deaths are on your hands, Graham. No amount of meditating will clean them.
I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclast so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. The These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Not much of a choice here, Zora.
Yeah, I had hoped. Please, don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Looks like...
You just have to give her a moment, I think. Game? Game? Zora? 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 Zora, snap out of it, girl. Okay, there we go.
Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Yes, but I'm not giving it to you. That was an option, but that is not what chat chose. Hold on. I was thinking you and Sanjar could join forces.
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Sanjar has corporate resources you could use to spread the message.
You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance.
I've already spoken to him. He's agreed to meet.
Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
All right. Yeah. High perception or intelligence alone will do it. But, well, I mean, if Prudence has been in charge of anything this run, it's totally been being persuasive.
Seems like a nice little town. Except for all the dead critters.
This place wasn't half so pretty in the serials.
Okay, so the place they want us to meet is back here. Yeah, it's like, look at all those optional choices that come up. Yeah, it's like I said, there are 4 options. 4. 2 hidden. 2 hidden until you, yeah, it's like you have to do all of the iconoclast missions, learn the truth about Graham, and then, rather than hand over the module, start talking about peace and engineer it. They make you work for this. You gotta think outside the box. I like that. I always like it when games do that. Okay. As long as we go in there with as high a persuade as possible, this should go quite smoothly. I don't think it even needs to be that high. That's what Grim Agent has done. He actually changed his handle. Alright. If they won't make peace, we'll just have to shoot them with a mind control ray. Force the issue. We won't actually have to do that. And this is where we can still do this as the crow flies, I think. Yeah. Felix, did you step in the sulfur pool? Watch your step, man. There it is. OSI Church. Before we turn this corner and go in that door, let's make sure we are in our best condition. Let's lose the food addiction. Let's make sure our mind is sharp. Do I have any caffeine drinks that are loose? Okay, there we go. And we've got our good outfits on here. We have an effective persuade of 132. Iconoclast Revolutionary MSI Commander. Let's do this.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
That's the spirit.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
If anybody can get these two shaking hands, it's you, boss.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls, and my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
What if the Iconoclasts just supported your supply lines?
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
I'm not saying live outside, just help out in the wilderness once in a while.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Captain, this might really work.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Something tells me Sanjar didn't know.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
It is. We found correspondences between him and the pirates.
But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I love how the soldier in the
Mr.
background
Nandi
turns
says it
around
all
when he
thing.
says that.
I say we take his word for it.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
Take it words. Take it back a notch, Zora. You're here for your people, not the past.
Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago when he first left. There was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Glad to hear it. I'm hopeful about this alliance.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. I, guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
Never doubted you for a minute, boss.
Monarch has been saved. We have gained a sizable bit cartridge and the soft speaker. Yeah, for each of the options, there was a unique hat. A nice hat was right there. That's where we picked it up. Monarch has been saved. Peace has reigned. You have chosen wisely, chat. And here is our... There was a unique reward on each option. But here's our... Here's the one that we get. Soft speaker. Firing noise minus 90%. Intimidate plus 10. This is the big stick that a soft speaker carries. The soft speaker staff comes with a special sound-absorbing grip material that makes fighting quieter and your presence more intimidating. So yes, this is a great stealth weapon, and it even has a dialogue booster on it. Crit damage 160%. Yeah, I do rather, yeah. It's Spacer's Choice branded, oddly enough. Yep. Yep, speak softly and carry a big stick. Yeah, this is the big stick. Yep. Oh, I love it. We kind of don't have a particular need for it this playthrough, the way this character works, but, yeah, that is an amazing, amazing thing. Yeah, for those who have, like, any points in melee, it's a great stealth takedown tool. And the fact that it has a dialogue boost on it is great. You don't need to have it drawn to have the dialogue boost. You can put it away, and you'll have it. Note that the perk only doubles armor, not weapons, so it's only giving us 10, not 20, but it is there as an option. But if we do swap to a different weapon, and if we're not actually holding the soft speaker in our hands, we don't get the boost. So there's that. Yeah, I did sort of scope all that out in advance. Yeah, they, I'll casually walk back to town.
Hey.
If you'll excuse me.
Iconoclasts in the front with Sanjar. MSI Commander taking up the rear. Oh, whatever. So, yeah. At long last, we are done with Monarch. A very, very large portion of the game is on this planet, but it has all been resolved now. Okay, so we have personal missions for Nyoka and for Felix. I am actually going to hit up Felix's right now so that we can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Because once we go to where Felix is sending us and we talk to Captain Harlow, he will actually also send us to Terra 2. So we'll have 2 reasons to be back on that planet. We can take care of both of those at the same time. We've got about half an hour left to the stream. I expect that we will finish Felix's mission before we call it a night. I guarantee you we will not finish Nyoka's because there are still steps to that. But we will make progress in it. Next session, I'll probably finish that up. That will actually bring us back to Monarch for one last fling, as it were. And then we won't have to come back until we've got sufficient lockpick strength to open up some of those other doors that and locked boxes that we weren't able to before. I distinctly remember some things in Cascadia, including a door in the secret lab, and there's a loot chest over in here. That much I remember. Yeah, there's one big one in Cascadia that actually leads like to a separate room you can't get to any other way. So I definitely want to go back for that once we have enough lockpick. And we will soon. We actually will soon. That actually will be a thing quite soon. In addition, the DLC will be open to us. The trigger for starting that will actually be on the ship in the very near future. So we could... As far as the main plot is concerned, we're probably about 2/3 of the way through the game already. It's like you spend the early game on Terra 1, excuse me, on Terra 2. The majority of the game, I feel like the majority actually happens here on Monarch. And although there's still a number of places that we go after this, it's only about as long as this took us. So we're probably, I want to say like a good 60% of the way through the main campaign, maybe even slightly more, but we still have all the DLC to do. And although I did start it on the other game I'm playing offline on hard difficulty rather than Supernova, I have not even come close to finishing it. It's large. It is pretty damn big. The map alone for the DLC is about the same size as the map of all of Monarch, but it uses more space on it. The DLC area is freaking huge, and there's going to be a lot to be done there, and there are a lot of max strength locks. A lot. But there's also some very, very fine loot. When we do start that, and that may actually happen next episode, there's going to be another big poll to take place. I think I'll save the... Well, actually no. For those of you who are here right now, I'll reward you. Let you think about this. 100% I am bringing Felix on the DLC. It's going to happen. The reason why is, well, multifaceted. There's actually sort of multiple reasons to it. 2 really, really good ones. Beyond that, I'm amenable. If we bring Parvati along, I wouldn't have to invest quite so much in lockpick. But, I mean, who we bring will affect what dialogue you hear, what stories you hear. So think about what other party member you'd want to bring along. I am bringing Felix because I need him, and because he does something awesome while we're out there. but the other party member I'm amenable on, so I may just put that up to a poll. Let you pick that. So think about that. I would probably just stick with that one character for the whole DLC. So just think about who you would want to see do that. Parvati, Ellie, Vikram Max, or Sam. Or Nyoka. Since there's 5 of them, I actually can do a 5-option poll, so we could do that in a runoff. But yeah, that'll be a big decision. But yeah, I am bringing Felix. I am going to be making that decision. We have to do that. That much is not optional. Gotta do that. Oh, I see. Grim Agent has sent me a message. For some strange reason, I still have Discord open. I don't know why I do. Failed to realize I did. Yeah, sent me a message about basically showing me what it looks like to make a poll in Discord. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Games to play. 1, Jagged Alliance 2, Barry's Revenge. 2, Dark Souls 3, even more frustrating. 3, Super Mario Supernova. 4, Disgaea 2, blind playthrough. 5, chess. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so... I'm gonna give you 200 bennies for that. That is appreciated. Alright, and I am now going to actually close Discord. Again, I had no idea why I even had it open in the first place. Alright, we can fast travel back to the Unreliable. We could go inside Stellar Bay. You wouldn't see anything particularly out of the ordinary, except that there'll be more iconoclasts in town, along with the MSI soldiers. There'll be like one extra dialogue line if you go back and talk to Sanjar, and you'll see that things have been working out great with Zora. Nothing impressive to go back for. Right, so the main story mission would have us simply go to Phineas, but we're gonna put that off for a little bit. Instead, let's head to Scylla and let let Felix meet up with Clyde Harlow. Oh, yeah. Yep. Could have taken a look at them later, but I'll go ahead and show them off now. There's actually a... Oh, yeah. The mushrooms from the Borst factory are up there. I still can't get over this. Antibiotic secret lab. Where's the one from... Oh yeah, the lamps! Yep. Sanjar donated these after you helped MSI. Crown lanterns. And the iconoclasts gave us these banners. Now that Zora's in charge, the iconoclasts have a fighting chance at surviving and spreading from Monarch. To the best of my knowledge, this is everything that gets added to the captain's quarters. With the exception of the one thing that we simply did not... Oh yeah, we've got this too. It's easy to miss. Graham's patch, torn from Graham's jacket. Zora sent this to you with a note. I thought a keepsake might dull the pain, but it hasn't. Graham may have been a psychopath, but he still built the foundation for the movement I'm trying to keep alive. Maybe there was another way. I don't know. I've got to let it go. Abandon all hope for a better past, he used to say. Take it with my thanks. You ever want a beer, stop by Stellar Bay. Z. Yeah, Puffball Plant is in this corner if you side with the deserters and disable the power to Stellar Bay. One last look at this board before they patch it out.
Hey, shut up, get off the pot, damn it. Are you listening in there? You can't be hogging the facilities for 40 damn minutes. You ought to see Ellie. You got a condition or something. Hey.
Hey. Who's in there? Oh, Vic. I've not actually heard that conversation before. Max, are you doing drugs in the bathroom? Imagine a watered-down version of Jagged Alliance just called Serrated Non-Aggression Pact. Jim Benton would be proud of that one, I think. From me, you'll have to settle for 100 bennies. That's a good one. All right, I've got 20 minutes. Let's get this started at least. Back to Scylla. Harlow's base is a separate landing pad. Alright. Indoor armor will suffice for this. And, So now I have an interesting conundrum. I can only hold 4 things at once. This gun is just so super powerful. Do I really want to take that one off? I actually very much want to reorder these. So let's do this. I want to sort them by range, basically. So then the mind control ray, and then the salvager's helper, and lastly the soft speaker. Yeah, that's one of my best weapons. Okay, food addiction withdrawal, that's fine.
We'll be here, Captain. Or will we? Haha. Just a little joke for you.
We might as well stick with these two. Will the depravity never cease? Monarch Stellar Industries reveal their true colors. MSI joins forces with iconoclast radicals. Did a surprisingly good job of making Sanjar look like Lenin of those two. And that's probably what I'll end up doing. It's just that what I would want to swap it with is, Yeah, given the order that these should be in, yeah, it would mess up. I'd have to do some extra rotating to get that included in, but oh well. So in case you're wondering where on Scylla we are, yeah, you can see the other options there. They actually have it implemented as a separate floor on the outdoor map. There is no way of going from one to the other. You actually need to go back on the ship and to the other landing pad. They do not connect over land. Only thing out this way is Harlow's base. He's got this whole section to himself. Or stand beans. It's interesting that there's an MSI vending machine here. Super Scooper. Are we in need of selling anything? I don't think so. Nope. Okay.
Clyde's got himself a cozy little outfit, huh?
You sure you want to go in there, Felix? You know you don't gotta.
Alright, we are going to take a caffeine drink. We're actually going to be tested pretty quickly here. Have our nanner spank. And just in case. Soft speaker.
Hey you, looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Through you if you push me. Felix Millstone's with me. Clyde Harlow's expecting us.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through.
All right.
Got my sights on you.
Sheesh. Yeah, we can grab a few things outside the camp here first. But anything inside the building would be stealing. Although, only pissing off one. Oh, that was actually marked as stealing. Weird. Too close to the building. Oh well, nobody saw it. There's a lot of people around here. Shortcut to get to Clyde, but I figured you might want to actually, see the rest of his workshop here.
That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these?
Vending machine. Not the best of armor in there, but there is some. This is a bathroom. With mysteriously nothing to take. Got a terminal here we can use. Logs. Acquisitions log. Independent freighter Cat's Meow. Haul contraband pharmaceuticals. Summary brought down salvaged cargo. Ransomed crew. Independent freighter Getaway Sticks. Haul subversive literature. Summary brought down salvaged cargo. Crew joined up. Freighter, werewolf, hull, engine parts. Summary, brought down, salvaged cargo, crew jettisoned in escape pod. As usual, we were able to intercept these ships despite how cleverly they masked their heat signatures. Our patron pulled through again with that tracking data. Don't know how they get their hands on it, but we're in no position to refuse charity. Crew, I'm beginning to wonder about our patron. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system for our latest Wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through ordering us to go after the Wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up. Until I get answers, stay skeptical. And last entry. Pirate code. Rule number 1, Harlow's the boss. Rule number 2, fuck the board. Rule number 3, why are you still reading, pig? Wake up! If you're seeing this, the board already owns you. You went looking for the rules. Why? Because life's a game to you? Maybe you like being played. You guzzle down that sense of security like it's purpleberry-flavored opium. Fuck rules. And fuck terminals. It's not a revolution if we're using the weapons they raised against us time and time again, from the front lines of the riots to the corporate sit-ins, and error. Document Pirate's code has exceeded character limit. Little obligatory backstory.
Vinny, just had a good haul. No raiders, no jobs, no contracts for weeks. Hanging around.
There it is. The Safe Cracker's jacket. A jacket for getting into the best places. Lockpick plus 10, which doubles to plus 20 with our perk. That is how we are going to cover a lot of ground, but we can't take that just yet. Let's have a chat with Mr. Harlow.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
No, it's fine. I'll do my own introductions. Prudence, Harlow, Prudence.
Your captain has a sense of humor, Felix. Good. There's a time and place for humor. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He's been watching out for us just as much as we've been watching out for him. Felix is family, mister.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Tell me why we're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
So I just hand over my own crew, go fuck yourself. Good luck! He's the least reliable crew on a ship literally called the Unreliable. You want to put him through a test?
Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did this Trask do to deserve death?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker, last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
There's more to this than you're letting on.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
How well do you know Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you'd never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
Something I'd like to ask you.
Let's hear it.
Felix tells me you disappeared one day.
I was working on this plan for years, saving every bit I could, drawing plans, biding my time. I never intended to spend my life laboring on the Groundbreaker. When the opportunity presented itself, I did what I had to do. I left.
You might have said something.
I had some ugly business in Scylla. If I told you, I would have implicated you.
You said you were working on something big. Was this it?
A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight.
Sounds like you've got some plan to overthrow the board.
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
What makes you think you're free?
The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay.
That's all for now. Okay. So, we do have a detour to make on the Groundbreaker. Yeah, this way. Okay, looking at the clock, it would seem that... I can do the Groundbreaker portion. But then I think we're going to end up going to Terra 2. At the start of the next session. And there will be a decision to make, a rather interesting one. Maybe not a terribly monumental one, but an interesting one. Near the beginning of that. I want to do one thing real quick here, just for my own sanity. Okay, these I absolutely do not need to carry around with me. Those can totally go into storage. And I want to... Oops, no. I want to stack these tossball cards here. It seems that if you put them into a storage container, they will stack themselves by type. nice and neat like that. And I do want to just pull them right back out again. Okay, and these can go into storage as well. Alright, but that did put those into junk, so we are going to remove them from junk. Harlow's emblem. It's the only Aaron Dubois one we have. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever zoomed in on any of these for you. But they actually do have, like, textures. Faces of the players. Yeah, that's what the icon that you see. But they actually do have faces. Andon Rosser, Marina Bishesco, Tyson Christensen, Kyle Radu. I wonder if these are developers. Aldo Vicente, Thomas B. Henry, Aaron Dubois, Glenn Latier, Matthew Singh, B.R. Guthrie. Okay, so what did I leave in there? The Marauder Survivalist and... okay. Right, good. Good, good, good. Nothing new there. Alright, I'll do the Groundbreaker thing. But I guess we'll visit Terra 2. Next time.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Yeah, we'll tackle that first. Oh, need time to sleep. Just super thirsty. I don't want to have both. Yeah, I don't want to have multiples of the same kind of drink, so let's go ahead and, you can have a sugary drink, but one that doesn't last as long. Yeah. So we don't really need its effect, per se. Okay. Yeah, I will see how the town is doing without Reed and with Adelaide back. I've never actually seen that before, so that will be interesting to do. Ordnance Control Armor Gold. Level 29. That is a very strong start. I mean, the game's original level cap is 30.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard night.
While I'm here, I do want to check on one thing real quick. Nope, not yet. Okay. It's probably very soon to come. Right, the bar.
When might we expect you out here?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your
Oh, shut up.
You mind trying to have a moment here?
Are you Rosanna Trask?
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here?
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
I'm on the level. You can ask Junlei about me.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson?
I'm not one of Harlow's thugs. You can trust me. Yeah. I repaired the Groundbreaker's radiators for her.
Yeah, the promenade doesn't feel like I'm walking the surface of Tartarus. So that was you, huh? Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
I've got a few more questions.
Please, just make it quick.
How much do you know about Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Something about getting rich. Interesting. That sounds familiar, Felix.
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
Harlow tells me Trask betrayed him. Do you know anything about that?
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
You and Trask split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
That's all I wanted to know. I'll leave you be.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
None taken. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to steal that poster as much as I would love that. I kinda don't get these dartboards. Anyway. So, yep, he is indeed on Terra 2. So, Friendship's Due is going to take us there. And Starcross Troopers is going to take us there. And we'll also scope out Emerald Vale while we are on the planet outside of town. May as well stop in, see how things are going. I am actually very curious to see it myself. Things to look forward to at the start of the next session. And then we will have the DLC started. I may or may not visit Phineas first. Actually, in order to complete the DLC story, we are going to have to go into Byzantium at one point, which is where, yeah, spoiler alert, it's where this plot is going to take us in very short order. But, yeah, we might just save that for when it comes up doing the DLC. I'll probably just get that portion started. Might as well get ourselves over Edgewater.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
And we can, what am I doing? There we go. Right, so friendships due. Yeah, look at that. Trask is hiding way up there, northern end of the map. And, star-crossed troopers for Nyoka's mission is way out there. We were actually outside that building once already. I mean, you can see the marker, but we weren't able to get in. The controls were busted, but Nyoka knows how to fix that. So we'll be able to go in there. Yeah, they don't let you go in early. And, of course, we'll be able to, see what it's like in town in Edgewater. After all this time. But these are issues for another time.
Daily period of unconsciousness.
We'll just take a quick nap to make sure that we are in top condition. Plus we can have some meat and some beverage here. Oh, that's a minute 30. Yeah, that's just 30 seconds, so we'll just pop that one off real quick. Alright, and, yeah. That will do it. Halfway to level 26. Looking forward to, getting science up to 100. We'll have very cheap tinkering, be able to take really good advantage of that. And, yeah, when it comes to Trask, I'll have a little decision to present to you. But we'll scope out the town first. And, do Nyoka's thing. Basically put the poll off until later. Make sure we've got, the viewers for that. And that'll do it. Until next time, take care. Never forget to play. I'll catch you then.